All right, everybody, welcome to our first MKPS match of the week. We got a good one for you guys. We got Vellichor versus Nightfall in Division 3, a very, very hotly contested division, and we'll get into that very shortly. But I'm Jaggy, and I'm joined by Jack. I mean, I'm a little nervous for this one because this is going to be fireworks, ladies and gentlemen. The implications for this are major. So if we take a look at the standings real quick, we're going to see that one team, aka L7, is 3-0, and then you have Vellichor 2-1, and then you have 4 teams tied for third seed with 1 and 2. And if we're going to go by the rules, a two-way tiebreaker for a certain seed is just going to be it's going to be based off head-to-head plus minus for the tiebreaker. But then if it's a 3+ way tie, then it goes into combined head-to-head plus minus among those teams. And that's where it's going to get a little confusing. So I'll try to explain the implications for this match as best as I can, because there are a myriad of possibilities that could occur. So basically, VC, a win here would secure them minimum third seed. If VC end up losing to L7 week 5 after winning this week, along with Mo beating L7 this week and against IF in week 5, and Apocalypse 2 winning their last 2, there could be a 3-way tie for 3 and 2 for second seed, but that's going to be rare though. So as long as VC win here, they're already going to be in a good spot. And then for NT, if L7 beats Mo today, NT win their last 2, and VC beats L7 in week 5, as well as Mo beating IF in week 5. NT will tie for second with VC, but will clinch second seed based off head-to-head point differential. But then if it's a 3-way tie between them, Mo, and VC, if Mo beat L7 today, NT will get second seed from having a better combined record among those 3 teams, since they would have beaten both Vellichor and Moonblast. So that was a lot to take in. I apologize. Jack, what do you think about this match? Jack? Okay, Jack's not here yet.
Sorry, I was muted. Okay. If you look at the lineups here, I think we have very close lineups. So we see from Vellichor, we see Ken, Killua, Neo, Ornan, Sammy. One thing to note here, I think this is Killua's first week for VC, if I'm not mistaken. So definitely a good player that's coming in for them, but they're also missing out on Sane, who's usually their top carry in my MK fantasy. Oh, wait, okay, apparently Killua's not playing and Nico's subbing Killua.
Nico is super sub. All right, that's what I like to see.
It's the same Sane isn't playing. He's my fantasy carry most weeks, but
yeah,
no, it's okay. It's okay.
I mean, it's gonna be a big piece, right? Sane is just such a solid player, and he's been the rock for this team. But they have the running solidity behind Sane to still be able to contest. Having Nico coming in as a sub for Sane instead of Killua, I'm not sure what happened to Killua. Maybe he couldn't play in the end. But Nico is still a strong player. He has proved time and time again when he's come in as a sub for VC, he usually plays pretty well. So I'm interested to see how he's going to do, if he's going to continue that momentum going into this match. As for Vellichor as a whole, I mean, very solid team. I mean, they have good subs. They're very solid, let's just say. But of course, they can't have performances like they did against AP2. I mean, they didn't play too poorly in that one, but there were times in which AP2 got the items and capitalized. So they're going to make sure that they don't have one of those matches again. They gotta win this one, especially because it is a winnable match by their standards.
Yeah, maybe if you get a look at NT's LU, see what they're rocking with.
I'm interested to see, because they kind of throw out these lineups every now and again. Like, they have a couple people coming in and out. They are gonna have Iric coming in. I find that very interesting.
Yeah, we see Brawly, Iric, Jam, Nash, and Kudge bagging.
Ooh, my boy Kudge.
Yeah, is this his first time bagging the split? I think so, right? I haven't seen him in many lineups.
Kudge, it's been a while since he's been on the big stage. I mean, he used to bag for Flow back in 2017, 2018, was their main bagger for quite a long time. He has the experience there. I'm not sure how much he's practiced as of late. But if he has gotten his fair share of wars in as of late, like under the radar, then we could potentially see him do very well against Sammy today. And Sammy, in terms of his form, he's very up and down. Like, he plays well one match, but then the next match doesn't really play as well as he would like. If Kudge has practiced quite a bit as of late, which I don't know for sure, then I think we could see him actually winning the bagging battle today if Sammy is on his bad day today. But if Sammy shows up today, then he's actually a very strong bagger. For the bagging battle, I really don't know what's going to happen.
I think Sammy definitely has the advantage here, especially like recent experience. He probably has a lot more experience with like the newer bagging strats that have been implemented recently. So I feel like Sammy definitely has the advantage in the bagging battle. But again, when it comes to like two very experienced baggers in Kudge and Sammy, it comes down to luck most of the time.
Yeah.
So it could definitely go either way.
On
I think
paper, on paper, I'd still say Sammy. Just because
Yeah.
I don't know how much Kudge has played as of late, and Sammy, even though every now and again he has these performances where he could play better, typically he does play well. I'd say maybe a rough estimate, 70% of the time he does play like to his full potential, and he's been bagging a lot recently. He's been grinding it, so I'd say the safe pick here would definitely be Sammy in the bagging battle. For Nightfall though, we're gonna have to depend on Kudge to come up clutch, because at times we've seen Nightfall in positions where they need to depend on the shock in order to win the race.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of situations in this war. Just looking at the two running lineups, I think VC definitely has them on, like, has a big advantage running wise.
For sure. And Nightfall really need Jam and Nash to step up today. I know Nash has been fairly consistent. He hasn't been groundbreaking so far this split, but he's been consistent 90, 100. As for Jam, he's been doing decent as well, but he hasn't. Yeah, him and Nash haven't really stuck out too much so far this split. So they really need to come up big today, and Broly needs to make sure he's consistent, because I know he's a decent player, decent communicator, but he also has these performances that sometimes Nightfall wish that they would have like a tertiary runner to back up the front two and Jam and Nash. Because we saw in previous matches, Calvin, when he was running, he struggled quite a bit. And that was one of the issues that they had. They didn't really have too much running presence behind that top two.
Yeah, I definitely think Eirik, I feel like Eirik's like quite underrated. I've watched some of his gameplay. It's actually like not bad. So I feel like, especially in a war setting where he has more experience, he can definitely step up. And if Broly can become that tertiary runner, I could definitely see Eirik filling in the void.
Yeah, definitely. And I could see Eirik is very knowledgeable about the game. I mean, you could say what you want about Eirik as a player, but I mean, he's fairly experienced. And if he finds himself in certain positions where he can capitalize on certain situations, like if he has a good item to slag with in the middle of the pack, or if he has an item to break up the top two, he is a good candidate for helping Nightfall in those respects. But he's not like a really strong runner. He's going to have to depend on Jam and Nash to kind of take up that role. But for my prediction, I really can't say. This is one of the more unpredictable matches for me, mainly due to the question marks in the bagging. I don't know how well Kuj is going to play. He is a very experienced bagger. I don't know how much he's played as of late. I don't know what the shot count's going to be. Nightfall, typically they're a type of team that can play well one day, but then the next day kind of disappears. So I really don't know. But if I were to have a gun pointed to my head, I would say VC takes this one by, I'm going to say 44.
Pretty solid. Who do you think's gonna MVP?
I'm gonna say someone from Vellichor. I feel like Nightfall, they're going to kind of spread their indivs a little bit. Jam and Nash will probably get mid 90s to low 90s, and then yeah, I'd say the MVP here would have to be Ken. I'm gonna say Ken 112.
I think Vellichor might take it by a little more. I have a lot of faith in Vellichor. I think they're a really strong team. I feel like they can probably win this match by around 70 to 80.
Okay.
And I think the MVP, I was also going to say Ken, but I guess to switch it up a little bit, we'll go with Ornan. I think Ornan, he's a very underrated player. I think he can definitely put up some big numbers. We'll say Ornan 115.
Yeah, Ornan or Ken, I'd say both very solid picks. Ornan is a strong runner for sure, and Ken, I'd say, if you're gonna give it to Ornan, I'd say maybe it's because Ken every now and again will find himself trying to break up the pack of Nightfall a little bit, and Ornan, he's a very running oriented player, and he's very good at it. He has very good lines.
Yeah.
Ken, though, I picked Ken in the end due to the fact that he has been in the big stage time and time again, and also, of course, he is a very strong runner. And I feel like he's going to pick up the pieces that Sane will leave in not being in the lineup today. But
For
I mean,
sure.
you can very well make a case of Ornan MVPing. Maybe even Neo and Killua. I'm sorry, Neo and Nico are probably going to find themselves a lot in the mid pack exchanges. But yeah, I would say Ken here, and then Ornan could also very much be an MVP contender.
Like honestly, the thing about VCs, I could see any of the forerunners MVPing. They're just all like so strong individually that like any of them on their day could definitely put up like a 115, 120.
For sure.
So working at Broly's POV right now, looks like I think NT is starting 2-4-6-8, so they're probably gonna be opting for a RBC type track. Okay, going straight for Luigi circuit.
Oh boy,
That's
Luigi circuit on the first race.
That's also an option. I think my Spanish isn't that good, but I think Camino
And then we got the Camino
Forestal,
Forestal, aka Maple Treeway. Shout out to my boy Broly. So yeah, Maple Treeway, of course, the prominent 1-3 track pick coming out from VC, but it actually does pick LC to start here. So let's just play the whole Mushroom Cup, guys. It's gonna be interesting. All right, so Vellichor versus Nightfall, race 1. We are underway.
Definitely putting the pressure on Cuds already to get the shot and a very soccer line shot. So we see Broly.
If you pull build here, it's game over for the bagger. You can't lose it at all unless maybe one of your runners star you voluntarily, but we'll see what happens. We have this set of triple shrooms here for Broly. Right away, Nash getting taken out, but Broly's going to be able to break the top spots here, get up to first most likely.
There, we see Nico trying to slack him with some greens. Fails to do that, but we do see Ken shroom up in the first and Neo maintain a second. So a really top 2 coming out from BC. We see Ira shrooming up, trying to break those top spots. Runs into Neo's banana, unfortunately. So Neo's going to try to do the best job he can to keep Ken and himself in the top 2.
Ken
and
most likely doesn't have another shroom, though. I think he pulled a shroom in second. Yeah, if you get a second place box, you can't get a set of triple shrooms. So let's see if Broly, he's not going to be able to overtake Ken, but maybe VC are holding blue as well. I'm not entirely sure.
Looking at the bagging battle, we see one bagger running forward with the pack, and we see one bagger running forward away from the pack. We see Broly with a star here, taking the TC from Jan.
Good calm from that TC pass from Nash there.
We don't see a shot coming out, maybe signaling that BC are holding it, which is very good for them, because it looks like BC's in top 3 right now. He gets a lucky triple shroom pull, though.
Nash coming up as well. 2-4.
Yeah, 2-4 for VC, 1-3 for 1-3 for VC, 2-4 for NT. So definitely looks like Sammy pulled a shot there, because I'm sure we would have seen a shot come out when Broly used his star.
Yeah, it was such a monumental pull from Broly there, and typically Broly tends to get the items that he needs at times. But it's gonna be a good salvage.
So it still looks like a good winning race for VC. So putting the pressure on Cudge, get the shot, didn't work out that well. Okay, actually 2-3 from NT. So it looks like Nash got third, 1-4-5-6 for VC. So still a winning race for VC, not as big as it could have been, but good job on Sammy getting the shot, because that could have been a lot worse for VC if Cudge had pulled the shot.
Indeed. Yeah, I like that work from Nico in lap 1, trying to schlag with the green there, because he probably assumed that Broly was holding on to something, whether it was shrooms or anything else that would have benefited him. But of course, we saw Broly coming up there and contesting with Ken in first there, and of course pulling the shrooms at last set to be able to secure second. So I'm interested to see what. Yeah, MC3, interesting.
So again, opting for the luck tracks. It looks like BC just NT off the gate are just going for luck, knowing this is like, I respect this, knowing that you're not going to be able to outrun BC, so just opting for luck tracks. Something wrong with that. It's honestly like, I don't know, it could definitely benefit you if you know where you're lacking and know where you can make up for it with.
Indeed.
NTs.
We are going to be seeing, we are going to actually have Nash's POV as a backup just in case we want to switch POVs, because Ken does have a little bit of, I believe, stream lag, but we'll check it out. We'll go along with it as we please. We see Ken right away with triple nanas. I'd like to see him. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe back on a second mini turbo. Typically, when runners they use their second mini turbo, they like to stay tight at times. But Broly was aware of that. He's gonna be able to overtake Ken now.
Yeah, so we see Broly running in first. We're gonna see who's winning the bagging battle right now. We see, oh, it's lagging. I think Sammy is in last actually. Sammy's in 10th, showing that he doesn't have the bills.
Oh.
Good fib from Nico. We see the back. Oh, so it looks like Cudge.
Let's switch over to Nash really quick. He actually chucked the bomb forward. Actually, that was a good attempt to distract on the player. And we see Broly in the other POV with the TC. I don't know if he's able to pass it or not. Actually spam the star and then Nash actually here. Was Nash forced out of that mega?
No, he changed it.
Okay.
So it looks like a top. Oh, not for G3 right now. Sammy has it because it's all Cudge choosing to win 9.
But could you still argue that it's better for Nash to hold that?
See who comes dodging up. We see 2 VC, we see 10, and I think one other person dodging. Ooh, that bomb.
Switch over to Broly, actually. He has a bomb. I don't know if he's going to be able to do anything with this. Yeah, it was just all NT around him. He tries to get Ornan on the line, doesn't connect, and I think that's going to be a good race for VC.
Yeah, it looks like a potential top 2, 4, 5 for VC coming out, or top 2, 4, 6. So definitely a strong race. Again, Cudge unable to get the shock, and Sammy pulling it, making a really good race for VC.
Indeed. So a couple things. I think the score is wrong. It should be 33-28, I believe, for VC. And then my audio is my audio fine, viewers? I couldn't tell. I wasn't paying attention, so maybe my audio is low down. Hopefully it's good now. So we see a top 2, 4, 5 for VC. Huge.
Yeah, strong race. Sammy coming in clutch, pulling the shock, which is exactly what they needed. NT opting for luck, but not getting those shocks when they need it. So definitely already hurting themselves, shooting themselves in the foot by picking these tracks, and then Cudge unable to get the shock.
Right. I mean, they were starting 2-3 going into this race. I mean, there's not really much you can pick if you're 2-3 and then like 6-7 or 7-8. But I mean, it already just them picking LC and MC3. I guess it's not a move. It's not a desperation move per se. But I think they're already keeping in consideration that VC are very strong going into this, and I think they're just trying to nullify VC by any means necessary by picking these sort of reset tracks or quote-unquote luck tracks.
Yeah, so we see VC opting for TF, a very strong top 2-4 track, probably the best track in the game for those spots. And we see NT opting for Peach Beach, which is again another luck track that they want to get the shock on. But we see TF coming out for VC. So this definitely could be a race where VC flexes their muscles, flexes their running power, and extends their lead to a large amount. The top 2, 4, 5 starting for VC. We'll see if second and if fourth and fifth can both get drafts on first and second.
Yeah, top 2, 4, 5 is so good. If you're starting off in third as the opposition player, it's so hard to break the top spots because top 2 will go tight and then fourth will draft first, and it's already NT are already in the back foot here.
Yeah, we see Broly spam his star right away to get away from Sammy. He pulls a golden in 6. Another really good pull for Broly. We'll see if he can
he's gonna be able to
use
hold
his
it
golden.
For now, let's switch over to Nash real quick. I mean, he has reds all around him, so it's going to be hard for him to do anything. We actually saw Broly getting backed in the red room, but he still has that golden. He's going to be able to come up. He has that golden in fifth, actually.
Yeah, we see Nash still holding these triple reds, also with a bomb. Looks like Nico actually gets raided by Jam, so it looks like a 2-3 for NT with, I think, Ken up there in first, holding down and extending his lead.
Yeah, and let's switch over to Broly, actually. As we see the POW coming in, partially target POWing, Nash doesn't get him. But Broly actually shroomed away from a schlag attempt coming in from, I believe, Nico in a Mega. So Broly will be able to break those top spots a little bit more.
So we see Broly running in second. I think...
Blue comes in.
Yeah, blue on Ken. Looks like they cancel the blue. Or I don't know who shocked
It was
that was,
actually a
honestly.
shock from NT, I believe. It was just the blue came in, it canceled the blue on Ken inadvertently, but Nash dodged in a mega. I don't know if that was a prediction or if it was a dodge actually.
Yeah, so if you switch over to Nash now, we see Nash running in first with the Nana. We'll see if he can get it back out on Ken to get NT in the top 2. I can't tell who's in the back spots, but I think the note was that Shock was used quite early, so there's definitely an opportunity for a second late Shock at the end here, which could definitely benefit VC if they're in the back holding dodges. So we see a POW coming off on Nash, making him slow down a little bit, but also we see Kudge sitting at the boxes, maybe showing that
Switch over to Broly.
Okay, switch over to Broly. We see Nico shroom past him into third. We see blue, so NT were holding blue. Looks like either a 1-3 for NT or a 1-4. It's really close to the line.
I think, I think Nico was able to take the Shroomless there and overtake Broly, but I think Broly was still able to clutch third. It was very close though. We may see a lag, even though Broly did finish third on his screen. We may see a lag coming in there, but I'm still not sure who shock that was. If we can get confirmation on that, that would be wonderful.
I want to say it was an NT shock. So we saw Kudge like sitting ahead of the box, like sitting like in the red room, so one of the boxes. I feel like I want to say it's an NT shock. But another thing to note, it could be a VC shock, and Dash just predicted the blue cancel.
Mm-hmm.
So looks like another strong race though. Well, actually, it was a pretty even race, I think. 1-3. So Broly does get third, so 1-3 for NT. So definitely a winning race for them.
Considering that VC were in top 2, 4, 5 going into this race, that's a really good salvage.
Yeah, definitely better. Like probably one of the best case scenarios you could have gotten for NT in those spots. So it looks like a 1-3-7-8 for NT. So I think that's losing by like 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but NT, it's only race 4 now. I mean, there's plenty of Mario Kart left, but NT, they're going to be looking to maybe turn the momentum in their side going into GP2 here, because you don't want to go down early against VC, because VC are typically a kind of team where if they start strong, it's going to be really hard to break the top spots once they get going. They're a very momentum-based team.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So we see a medley of tracks coming out here. I can't tell what all these are. No, I know this is Koopa Cave coming out. Looks like for VC. So
Yes.
a good track for 2, 4, 5, 6. Hopefully we'll see 6th and 5th drop down, try to pull those goldens and triple shrooms to get in the top spots and break up Nash and Broly 1-3.
Yeah. And then 1-3 for NT. If I were Nash, I'd say maybe just get the second from the right box and allow Broly to get the left box. Broly almost gets bumped off.
Yeah, we see Nico challenging the top spots. Looks like he gets a Shroomba off, getting into early first. And we see one player taking the, I assume, triple Shroom strat. I can't tell who it was. I'm assuming it's going to be a VC member.
Yeah.
Possibly Ornan.
Either Ornan or Ken, but I'm almost certain that is a VC player up there currently. Golden in 6th, though. This is going to be huge. If he can hold on, it is going to be Ken, I believe, in first. But if he can hold on to this without getting redded or bombed or anything, he's going to be able to break the spots.
What? Okay. I mean, you had an Anna to block that, but I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I think maybe he was assuming... Was that a triple red, or was that just a singular red?
I mean, I only saw one red going for him, so I was kind of confused what that was.
Right.
So.
I think he was trying to break the red and then keep his Nana just in case there was another red behind him, but it was just such a risky play where it's not really worth it.
Yeah, so we actually see NT bottom 2 here by a lot. This is not what you want to see in KC, because KC is a hard track to catch up on. Like, even dodges don't do that much. Like, you need to get into the front early. It's definitely a run-heavy track.
Oh, that red was really weird.
So we see Neo in last, but we see NT in 5, 6, 7. Definitely showing that VC make up top 3 out of those top 4 spots.
And one of the baggers pulled the shock. I'll confirm later whether that was a waterfall set or if it was a spade strat. But one of the baggers running away with it. Yeah, secure with the shock at this point now.
Yeah, it looks like who's ever going back here probably has it. Can't really tell who has shock yet. Okay, so we see shock coming out. Someone dodging in a mega in like 4th or 3rd place. Broly just dived, going for a swim for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why.
It was too hot. He just wanted to cool down a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I assume it was an NT shock. It was into boxes. Nobody dodged unless I was blind. Maybe somebody came up from the back.
So someone dodged an Omega. Might have been Jan. We see Nash coming up into second with the Shroom. Definitely pretty sure VC members up there in first.
Actually inadvertently redded Jam in that process. I think maybe somebody was either shrimming up and he tried to red that person, but then the red just kind of went for his teammate there. A little unfortunate. But we'll see what happens up here. Broly, on his POV at least, was taking the Shroom wall ride thing. Shock comes in now.
Another Shock. Let's see who's dodged up. We see some people. We see Neo dodging up in a star, and it looks like a top three for VC.
3.
It's a really strong race from them. A lot of misplays on NT side. We saw especially from Broly. Failing to dodge the red with the Nana and losing his golden, and then him diving off the track after Shock. So and then Nash redding Jam. So definitely a lot of mistakes coming out from NT that
He
race.
got the side trick. I looked back at the time in which he took a swim. He got a side trick, but he still could have landed on the track. He tilted left in midair, and his character kind of shot to the left. I think he kind of misjudged the trajectory of his character. And he thought, okay, if I just tilt left, I'm gonna land like, because there was a fib on the ground, so he tried, or there was a ground red on the ground. He tried to avoid that, but then tilted left and just fell off.
So top 37 coming out from top 3710 coming out from VC. I'm pretty sure it's either a plus 21 or plus 19 race. So definitely a very strong race coming out from VC, proving that they can hold, proving that they're proving their running strength on running tracks, showing that they can win on both luck and running tracks.
Indeed.
Definitely a lot of mistakes coming from NT that race. I think NT used the first Shock actually because they dodged. I think. Well, wait, there only was one Shock. I think that was my bad. Wait, no, there was two. The first one, lap 3, that was an NT Shock. I'm pretty sure. I think Jam dodged an Omega, and then they got their
Jam dodged
and
then got redded by Nash inadvertently, and then the second one, of course, was VC. Dodging 2 of them on the line and securing a good race. So very good GP for VC. I did predict plus 44 overall, and they are plus 44 after GP1. So maybe this is a sign of good things to come. We see Maple Treeway, though, coming out from VC. They are starting off in 1-3.
So perfect track, textbook track for 1-3. We're gonna see first run and third hop into cut. So, and also to note, another very run reliant track. So maybe you can see VC get a very large race here.
Let's see. Yeah, the first few seconds of this race matter a lot because this track is fairly run heavy. Not too many shortcuts you can take, and there are several back spam spots. Like backing tighter on the tree branch is very solid. And then backing tight in a couple other turns. Backing on the bridge is very narrow to avoid. We see Neo getting the better of Jam there in those first few seconds, so he's going to be able to run up for now.
Yeah, we see it looks like both Iric and Nash room into 2-3. So we'll see Neo's going to be the lone wolf for VC up in the top spots.
Let's just show over to Nash real quick as Broly doesn't have an item just yet. He avoids that back as well as Iric, so Iric and Nash doing a good job of keeping the 2-3 so far.
Nash Iric died. Not sure about the Iric there, but the pack, somebody note, the pack is very, very close for this lap 1, like very compressed, so spots can change very fast with little items.
And Broly ended up pulling a Bill in 8th. Keep it to Nash, though. This is going to be a huge exchange. Is Nash going to go tight, or is he going to go wide? Maybe Neo could back wide? Yes, he backs wide.
Good back spam. And Iric almost reds him. Gets into second place with, looks like 2 rolling reds. So it looks like a 2-3-5 coming in from NT, 1-4 for VC. I think someone's going forward, so it looks like someone might have the Shock.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see who has it.
Nash was trying to chain a blue there, almost sniped his own teammate.
Yeah, it's just over to Broly. We see Broly building up into second. This is definitely a good sign for VC, because VC might definitely have the Shock now. So I'm sure NT wouldn't want to use Bill and not dodge. So it looks like actually a top 3 from VC, so we might be seeing a Shock come in.
We saw Nash, actually, I think he got bumped off, but then the second time he fell off, he just fell off on his own accord. And Shock comes in dodging VC.
It looks like all 4 of them dodged, actually. I think their 4th place dodged in a star. So this is definitely like a huge race for VC.
Oh, man. And Nash was in a position to pull a dodge like a star, God forbid, even a Bill, to maybe dodge up and get up to the middle of the pack at least, but he fell after getting bumped off. He ended up falling on his own accord right before the net. And so that prevented him from that possibility of dodging up. So Nash is hard stuck in 8th. We see NT bottom 3, possibly bottom 4. And this is looking very bleak.
Yeah, yep. It's a top 4 break for VC. The shock was very crucial for them. Dodging top 3 in Cannon and then dodging their 4th place in a star. That was just race over at that point. Nothing that VC, nothing that NT could have done.
And this is not what you wanted for NT. I mean, we predicted VC doing a very good job. They have come out of the gate very strong, but this, oh man, this is a very strong race for VC. It's going to be almost impossible for NT to come back from this now.
Yeah, definitely VC is showing that they can get huge races on these running heavy tracks. So yeah, top 4-9 coming in. It's plus 31, if I'm not mistaken, for VC. So extending their lead now to 75, I think, after 5. That's a large margin, very difficult margin to overcome if you're NT, especially with the momentum that VC has now, getting a top 3 into a top 4. Very disheartening probably for NT. A lot of momentum for VC. And if VC can get the track pick here on some run heavy track, possibly like Community High where VC weak, definitely extend their lead up into the triple digits.
Most certainly, and can confirm that bill usage from Broly, he was forced out of the build due to a POW, and I'm guessing, I mean, they already pulled Shaka, VC did, since mid lap 2, correct?
Yeah. One bagger Sammy went forward and he was gone away from coverage by
and I think Broly really wanted to hold that bill up until Canada, I would assume, but he was forced out of it, and then of course got redded out as he came out of the bill. And it was just an unfortunate situation. I'm not entirely sure if VC dropped POW or if they just happened to have a POW in a good spot. But I mean, Broly used that bill in I think like maybe 6th or 7th. So I think it was a drop POW coming in from VC. If it was, very good play.
Sure, they pulled a star right after that, which they used to dodge up with the top 30. So good teamwork, good communication, good coordination on the shock there. And we see VCWE coming out for VC. This is going to be huge for them if they can maintain this top 4 and just break away with 3rd and 4th back spamming the NT's members.
Yeah, real quick about the drop POW. If your team doesn't have dodges and you have the shock and a cannon track, drop POWing is very solid because you force the other team out of dodges. They can't dodge outside when you shock. So yeah, VCWE coming in though, very strong top 4 track. NT needs to spam whatever the heck they can get in order to get up there.
Yeah, we see Broly spam triple shroom, so Ken also spams a Mega, which could be very crucial for slagging these NT members behind him. It looks like, I'm trying to see who's in 5th here, the name won't show up, but
Nash
it looks like
all the way.
Yeah, we'll see if we switch over to Nash here. We'll see if he's gonna attempt the glitch. Hopefully, getting into those top spots makes the glitch very nicely. Nash known as probably one of the best glitch takers in the game.
Switch back over to Broly. He has a bomb in 3rd, actually. This could be a key exchange, but it is going to be NT behind him. I think it's going to be a 1-3-4. 2nd is way too far away for Broly to try to snipe, so I think he's going to maybe just hold on to this. Can be risky in case there's a POW, though.
Yeah, you might go for the snipe on this bridge here. Just throw it up and try to get him midair. I don't know where that went.
You can't win the lottery if you don't try, right?
Yeah. So we see Broly with the triple shroom. Orion in 2nd. See if Nash can get some good backstamina on Orion, get him out of 2nd. So I'm pretty sure NT's also in 4th. This would be a really good race. If we switch over to
now
Nash,
he's in position to bomb snipe. He goes for it early, and we switched over to Nash real quick. It doesn't actually connect with the bomb snipe there.
Fails the glitch in 1st, actually. It's very unfortunate from Nash. Definitely just gives Orion a free... Okay, well, we actually see a blue coming out in Orion, so I guess it's calculated. So it looks like a top 3, actually, top 2-4 coming in for NT, so... Even though Nash failed the glitch, still worked out for them as NT were presumably holding blue. Got Ornan right out of 1st and got Nash right back into 1st.
I'm really interested to see what Eirik has here. I don't know if he has like something to snipe Neo out, but I don't switch over to Nash, but he does have a green. I'll let you know what happens. Eirik actually does get backed by Nico, so it's only going to be like a 1-3-5 now for NT.
Yeah, Neo's trying his best to maintain a 2nd place here amidst all the NT members. Baggers are very close together in the back, so anyone could have shock right now. If he switches over to Nash,
Switch over to Nash, yes.
we'll see if he go for glitch again. I wouldn't if I was him. Yeah, I would not risk glitch, especially after you failed at lap 2. Not worth the risk, as you're already in first and you have good spots. So we see a shot coming out. Definitely interested to see who dodges. I think Nico dodges up in a star.
Yeah, it was Nico. I don't know if he's gonna catch up to Nash though. Nash, if he trails something, he could probably trail while he's small and potentially get. Nico actually doesn't catch up. Maybe he got.
Yeah, we see Jam in second actually. So this could be a good race for NT at top 2. That's definitely a good comeback race, and Broly getting forward, top 2-4 from NT. Definitely a good race for them. Breaking up the VC top 4 on a very run heavy track. Nash doing his job, getting into first big glitch. Very solid race from NT. Not a huge race, but definitely breaking into the 75-point margin that was put up by VC in the first 5.
And actually, the shock kind of saved Nash there. I don't know if you saw that, but like as he got target powed, he was gonna collide into the thwomp. But then the shock actually made it so that he lost speed. So then he actually didn't connect into the thwomp. So it kind of canceled that occurrence.
Yeah, top 2, 4, 5 for NT. Very strong, solid race for them. Coming out on a track, like I said earlier, that's a run-heavy track that VC's been favoring these boards, especially starting in top 4. That's probably the best case scenario you could have had for NT. I'm pretty sure it's a plus 21 race for NT, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So cutting that lead down to 54, I'm pretty sure.
Much needed.
So yeah, definitely needed, and also a good spot now for NT to pick a track that can benefit them now. We'll see if they opt for a luck track or maybe a good track that can help Nash in first. Maybe something like a DK Mountain or a Parkway. Definitely a track that would favor Daisy user. So could also offer RBC. Yeah, we see RBC coming out. Also a very solid pick because 4th can draft the first place. We see Peach Gardens coming out for VC. Personally, my favorite catch-up track. Very solid, very consistent. So we'll see if VC or NT get their pick.
Indeed. It is going to be Peach Gardens. Okay, this is the definition of a reset track here. Whoever pulls the shrooms, the triple shrooms, and gets up there, easy run for them usually, generally speaking.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite tracks in the game. Very, I don't know, I just liked how it plays, how races usually end up. Not too hectic, not too, like, calm, just, it's a good balance track.
We see Iric dropping, and then, yeah, Broly trying to get that 5th place set of maybe triple shrooms while 2 of NT run, but Broly pulls a bomb instead, backs it fairly early and doesn't connect on anybody, but still looking decent for NT.
Yeah,
Bottom
we see
2 for VC though.
Yeah, definitely not the worst for VC. We see Broly, smart play, trying to get in an 8th, maybe trying to get the build or a star. We see Sammy hit the thwomp with the build, showing that Kudge is going to be in the lead here in 10th, opting trying to get the shock on his first set at 30 seconds. So we should see Broly like basically wasting this. We actually see Sammy hit the thwomp again in 9th. So definitely a really good sign that NT might be pulling the shock here.
I was gonna say if I were Broly, just play it safe, slam on the brakes because your team has the more favorable spots. But he ends up getting the TC and then switching over to Nash, double shrooms actually. Is this the top 3 for NT?
No, I saw Iric back there. I'm pretty sure VC's first right now. I think 10 up there in first.
You're right.
But definitely Kudge might have the shock. We saw Sammy hit the thwomp twice in 9th with Bill. So more than likely Kudge will have the shock in his item roulette here. We see Nash Ball triple res and Ornan trying to get him out of 3rd. The question is there a Sherman first? We see Nash Ball blue. That's a really good pull. Yeah, throws the blue.
I like that from Nash. Instead of backing, he could have backed tight, but Ken would have been well aware of it and gone wide. So instead of backing it, he schlags with that one revolving red and connects. Very good play.
We switch over to Broly now. You see,
Oh.
Ooh. Okay, we actually saw a shot come in. Ken dodging in a star. Looks like Neo also dodged in a star. So Sammy somehow obtaining the shock. I'd be very interested to hear how he got the shock after getting Bill in 9th twice. We see good star drop there in the middle of the pack.
I don't even know if that was intentional.
If it was, that was a really good play. Getting Broly up into 3rd. Definitely a top 2 though for VC. Neo and Ken holding down top 2. Jam streaming up into 3rd. So 3-4 coming out from NT with Ornan holding down 5th.
No, I would have liked to seen a back there from Broly.
All right. Oh, what? Ornan just kind of died on the line. I don't know what hit him.
Yeah, Ornan died anyway, but What a race.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what hit him, but nevertheless, top 2 for VC. Still a solid race. I'm very interested to hear how he got shot. I don't know if he hit the fence, but he also got hit by a shell or something. I don't know what hit him, but he
Are you
did
talking
hit
about
the
Ornan?
fence.
I think he got bumped into the fence on the line, yeah. As he was shrooming up, yeah. I think he was shrooming and then he wheelied, which is kind of a mistake there. If you shroom on the stairs and you wheelie, you're just gonna be vulnerable to a bump or to anything on the ground. Because if you're shrooming up, and you're just vulnerable to that. If you're just taking a normal line, you can maybe hit a backspam, but you're not gonna get bumped unless someone's like shrooming right behind you. But
yeah, I'm pretty sure something hit him after that though, because even if you hit the wall, I'm pretty sure he still would have gotten like 5th or 6th. I'm pretty sure he got like greened or shelled after. It was a -3 race for NT, so
only -3. That's
I mean,
good.
it's not. I mean, even though it's like not that bad of a losing race, you need big races at this point. Like you're down 61 points. I'm pretty sure you need big races now. You need to cut into this lead. It's race 8. You're down 61. You need to get these bigger races. Even if it's keeping it close, it's not enough. You need to start getting like +15, +20 races to first get momentum against VC, and second just break into the overall lead. So we see BC3 coming out from BC. So definitely going to be seeing Nash be going for Ultra here, but I'm pretty sure a lot of VC members are also quite proficient. I know Ornan is definitely a big I know he favors the Ultra a lot in Funky. He'll definitely be going for it, and I'm pretty sure a few other members from VC will also be going for Ultra.
Indeed. And yeah, NT are very, very good at this track. Even though this was a VC pick, of course, Nash very consistent at BC3 Ultra, one of the most consistent players in the game in that particular shortcut. Switching over to Nash, he actually has a Mega in 3rd in this case, so I'm interested to see what he's going to do with this.
I'd like to see Ken try to body block the Ultra, do something to keep Nash from taking this. Yeah, takes the Ultra very nicely. Has a Mega in 1st with a break. That was very well taken from Nash.
I think one of the baggers actually was not taking the proper backward strat, and he got, I think, start off or something. One of the baggers winning insanely right now.
Okay, yeah, good backsim from Ornan, getting Broly into last. Manages to pull the star to nullify the TC.
Yeah, and it was Kudge. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't Kudge failing. It was Kudge actually. It's Kudge actually winning the bagging battle by quite a bit here.
So we see Nash again in 1st. We'll see if he go for Ultra again. I would if I was Nash.
For the fans, Nash.
Definitely
with the blooper in his face, though.
No, okay, definitely a very consistent thing from Nash is making the strat 1st lap and then failing it in 1st, 2nd lap. The nerves getting to him. It looks like on the mini map he failed it again. So now he's gone from 1st to last.
I mean, it's risky, right? If I know Nash is such a solid player with the Ultra, but a Mega in 1st, typically you wanna play it safe. But I know Nash is a very ballsy individual, but the blooper in his face kind of made it a little difficult.
I mean, I don't know. But then failing it again after that, that's just the nail in the coffin. You don't want to be failing it twice, going from 1st to last. But nevertheless, we see Broly with 4th, the 2 revolving greens around him. We see Ken in 3rd. I'll be interested to see who else has it. I mean, who else is in front, and also who's
Ultra.
And Diego for Ultra.
Misses.
He fails it. So a lot of players missing Ultra here. Just giving these players.
Actually, no, never mind. NT I think have the shock. He's trying to run away. Shock comes in there. TSing Nash though.
Yeah, I don't think that was. I don't know who shock that was. Like, it definitely looked like a VC shock. Is it?
Yeah.
TS Nash quite blatantly. So it definitely could have been a VC shock. I feel like.
Yeah, I'd say it was a VC shock in the end. Either that or it was just a really bad miscommunication from. I like this.
Okay, yeah, Broly just double redding Nico on the line.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't do much. He still gets 4 anyway. Yeah, switch over to Nash.
Eke out a couple spots here. Nah, doesn't look like it.
It's be interested to see, because it was very hard to see. The pack was so spread out because of people just failing Ultra and like top spots. So it was very hard to see who the top spots were. I think Ornan might have been up there. I didn't see Iric that race much. I didn't see Jam that race. Okay, yeah, so Jam in 1st, Ken 2nd. 1, 3, 7, 8, 10 for NT. So that's another like -3 race for NT.
Right.
So again,
nobody actually unblocked the cut, so it was just Nash going for it, and then he got TS going for Ultra.
Yeah, so actually a -1 race for NT. That's my bad because of aggro point. So again, not a race you want to be getting for NT. You need to be winning these races by again 10 to 15 to break in this lead because VC are going to take those races any day. If they're only winning by like 1 or 2 or losing by 1, if they're only winning by 1 and 3 or losing by 1 and 3, they'll take those any day when they're up 60. So NT needs to start breaking into these top spots, getting these top 3s, top 2 5s, top 2 4s, these big races.
Right. I mean, they were in position to win that race, right? And going back to Nash missing the ultra lap 2, Cudge was winning the bagging battle by quite a bit. I don't know if Sammy ended up pulling it in ninth lap 2 or if it was lap 3. But him going for the ultra lap 2 could have been a sign that Sammy pulled it early. And I'm trying to look back at the VOD to see when Sammy decided to just start running forward. And I think I saw Sammy still chaining. So I don't think Sammy pulled it when Nash was going for it. So if Sammy didn't have the shock there, then it was just such a risky play from Nash because, I mean, what is it? Cudge was in prime position to even pull the shock in the first place.
I think one thing to note overall through this war, just there's been overall a lot of dumb, silly misplays from NT. Like multiple races, they just like fallen off, right at their teammates, or just team killed. Just a lot of dumb mistakes that could have probably after 8 races probably could have saved up to probably at least like 20 or 30 points overall. Just dumb mistakes adding up.
Yeah, there have been these little errors here and there from NT that have prevented themselves from keeping it as close as they would like. But I mean, considering that the last few races have not gone their way, they've only lost by a few points rather than losing by like 15, 20 points like in GP1. So if this match were closer, NT would most certainly eat up those little losing races. But now it's at a point where they're going to have to start grinding, and they do get their track pick in Daisy Circuit.
Yeah, definitely a very rare track. Doesn't get played often in Wars. I like Daisy Circuit. I think it's a pretty good track, but I don't know. It's not really good for any spots. It's like a luck track, but it's also definitely runnable. But we see Bro with a bomb. Might be going for a bomb snipe across the I don't know, across the road. Looks like he misses though on the first.
I mean, that was gonna target jam anyway in case that it did land. So good thing it didn't actually land.
We see NT getting out to an early bottom 2 here with Nash and Broly holding down 7-8. It'd be interesting to see who's winning the bagging battle. Yeah, we switch over to Nash. We see Nash golding up, trying to avoid this red, trying to also break up these top spots. It looks like Jam's holding down second, but actually, yeah, second. So almost greens, almost greens Jam. Narrowly avoided though. So it's like a 2-3 coming in from NT, 1-4 coming in from VC with Ken pulling a TC in 4th. Now what you want to see? We switch over to Broly. We see him holding a star in 7th. It'd be interesting to see if he changes it here. Ops hold the star, maybe showing that VC and the NT might have shock.
I think
we see Ice going to Omega.
Yeah,
so definitely showing that VC might have shock. With Ken in 8th, he can definitely pull out a star or some sort of dodge here. Broly's still holding on to his star. Be interesting. He's probably gonna try to use this at the very end just to mitigate. He probably wants to mitigate any potential shock. I would use it like now.
Oh
yeah,
no.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely want to use it there because your Star Wars lasts to the end. There's no point not using it there because you're gonna dodge regardless.
Yeah, I get the intention of not using the star second set because VC would have just shocked out. I was gonna say that maybe he could have chained to maybe chain another star, chain shrooms. But then if you opt not to use your star there, you have to use your star at the last set. I mean.
You need to use it before last set. Your star is not going to run out before the line. Even if it does, you're basically made to the line anyway. So it's just like a heads-up play you need to make there.
He was going for the first frame prediction, but in that case, there's no point because your star, if it does end, it's going to be soon before the line anyway.
Yeah, that's just a misplay from Broly again. That he probably could have gotten second or first there if he just used that star a little earlier. But odds opts not to use it. So it looks like a top 2-4 coming in. Top 2-4-7, I think, coming in from VC. So, really good race for them. I think it's around plus 15-ish. So,
and was that the dagger? Do you think?
I think so. I think the deficit's around like 75 now. So I mean, it's mathematically possible with how NT are playing and the mistakes they're making. I just don't see them making a comeback here at all.
So 77. 77, yes.
Yeah. So definitely still mathematically possible, but realistically, I don't think it's possible.
And we are gonna see Moonview Highway. This is very dire for NT.
Yeah, but we have seen NT manage in the past to break up these top spots when BC get their track picks, like we saw in TF and BCE. So we'll see if they can do it again. We see Broly starting on 5th. We'll see if they can get another good pull, like triple shrooms or a mega. Pulls a single shroom. We see Nash also raiding Ornan. So again, NT starting off, breaking up these top spots of BC, trying to get first and second, top 2 to...
And Nash hits a car in his own accord there. That's not good if you want to break the top spots.
Yeah, definitely, again, another silly mistake coming out from Nash. Not what you want to see for NT. So now Nico can just backspam freely with Eirik and Broly behind him and just extend their top 2 lead. Top 2 is all you need. Like, I'm pretty sure if they get top 2, the war is like mathematically pretty much over at that point. So Nico doing his best to get Broly out of 3rd place with Neo holding down 1st. Bagging wise, we see one Funky slightly ahead. Okay, Broly almost sniping the bomb car, almost killing himself with that. Oh, so I assume that was a PAL from NT. Target PALing both Neo and Nico. So just like that, the spot changed from a VC top 2 to an NT top 2. So if we so we see Broly holding down 1st. We can switch over to Nash. We see Nash with the shroom in 2nd. So that's. If I was him, I would just burn the shroom so you can start backspamming Neo in 3rd.
This is the 50-50 decision here. I mean, you could hold the shroom considering that there are going to be some cars to break a red just in case it comes in. Red comes in, barely breaks on the car. I was going to say it's a 50-50 decision though, because if Broly gets blued, he has a shroom to back him up.
Yeah, something to note also, you see both baggers like right into a bomb car, showing that no one has shock, which is good for NT. If they can just maintain this top 2. Power Broly, I don't know how good this like optimal would be, but like let Nash get into 1st in case there's a blue. Like, don't know how like possible that is. Like,
Shock comes in, Ken dodges.
So yeah, good coordinated blue and shock on NT. So Ken shrooms up into 1st. You see Ornan also coming up into 3rd.
I still think that was an NT
another
shock.
blue another blue gets. Yeah, that's the dagger. That's a top 3 for VC. Top 3 for VC. That's pretty unfortunate for NT, pulling 2 blues, lap 3, and shock. That just basically killed the race. I don't think the shock canceled the blue. I was watching Broly's POV. He got shocked like way before the blue came. I think they were just shocking him in case he had a shroom or something.
Maybe, yeah. So it could be either or. I think a VC shock, I guess, would make sense now that I think about it. But, I mean, nonetheless, this is the dagger.
Yeah, it was a plus 21 race for VC, extending their lead to 98, if I'm not mistaken. So I think now it's mathematically impossible. I think, with 2 races left, the most you can get with the top 5 is like plus 41.
I want to see if that was a shock in 10th or 9th, just out of random curiosity.
I know lap 3, we saw both the baggers both at the same bomb car, so they were right next to each other, so it could have been anyone who got it, but I want to say it was probably Sammy who got it in 10th. Yeah. So N64 Bowser Castle coming out from Eirik. So NT pick. I think NT got 4th, so they're gonna opt to try to draft up here. The war is over, but NT could try to keep the point differential lower and just try to salvage back some points for morale, I guess.
Indeed. I mean, it's not gonna matter that much because tiebreakers are head-to-head, and considering that VC were a game ahead of NT here, they're not gonna be able to tie with VC. So, I mean, it's just gonna be for pride. It's not gonna be for point differential with a 3-way tie with VC. So it's just for pride here.
So again, we see NT getting off to an early bottom 2 with Nash and Broly. Kind of a consistent theme in this war, just getting into early bottom spots, relying heavily on Cudge to get the shock with dodges. We've seen a lot of Broly in 8th. Like, I'm pretty sure Jam has been the main front presence.
Real quick.
And switch over to Nash. We see him with triple shrooms, trying to shroom up. We see Eirik in 5th. So 5, 6, 8 right now for NT. So definitely showing that VC are in those top spots. Again, like I said earlier, Jam's usually the only frontal presence for NT, which is not what you want to have. You want to have at least more than one frontal presence. We see an early blue coming out. I think that was Eirik who threw that, so I think it's a blue. Okay.
Ooh,
I don't know why he stopped there.
There might have been I think it was Cudge trying to drop a star there, but there was just a little bit of miscommunication there.
Okay. So looks like I can't tell who's in first.
The story of
I
NT
think
before, actually.
I think Jam is in first because Nico's trying to throw a red. A good red coming out on Broly. Ira killing Broly for some reason.
And we did see Nash holding all the way up to second as well.
Yeah, Irik's just getting kind of killed, but we see it top 2 for NT. Like I said, Jam holding down first, getting that frontal presence that NT needs. A little bit of lag from Nash, unfortunately. Blocks the rail. So NT looks like a pretty sizable lead for NT. I'd like to see some double backspam coming out from NT this lap with Jam and Nash coordinating. But again, coordination hasn't been NT's strong suit this war. So you don't want to accidentally back your teammate or just miscommunicate.
I mean, Broly has a don't switch over, but Broly has a star in 8th, hard stuck in the back, holding on to this for quite a long time. So this could be a sign here.
You see both baggers kind of just sitting there. You see a star coming out.
Yeah, I was gonna say if he dodges up like at the very end, he's not gonna really gain many spots. It was a blue cancel in the end. Nobody else dodges from VC. A couple of them got into boxes though.
Oh, looks like Nico dodged in a star, or
no, it was
box
a star drop. Star drop from Sammy.
Oh, okay. So Nico's still managing to get into first. Good heads up play from Sammy. Good coordination from VC. It's interesting to see who's in third. But we'll see. I think there's a Nana here from last lap, right?
He almost fell. Oh no.
Yeah, he forgot
again.
Yeah, he forgot that he put that Nana there last lap, so that was gonna kill him from the previous lap.
That was his Nana?
Yeah, he put it there last lap when he was taking it in second. That's why I said, like, I don't know why he's doing this, 'cause I'm pretty sure there's a
Why this happens almost every time. People
There's a lot of silly mistakes.
Spams. You got to pay attention to your character. I know it's something little. Typically, players, I mean, I'm a culprit too. At times, I tend to doze off mentally. So I don't pay attention to those little things that could change the race. If you back an item, you got to make sure that your character does not cheer. If your character does not cheer, backspam's still there. And it's just been the story of this war for NT. These little mistakes that have costed them a lot of spots.
I think 2, 4, 5, 6 actually. You know, 2, 4, 5, 7. Yeah, 2, 4, 5, 7.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty even race. I'm pretty sure. I think it's like minus or plus 1 in one's favor. I think it depends on the bagger point if it's plus 1 or plus 3. So it's still close. Yeah, plus 1 for EC. So again, just NT, like, the war is over, but that race could have been a lot better. Like, they had top 2 and Shock. So, and not winning that race is just, again, showing VC superiority with just communications, and just knowing how to play around the Shock better, getting the star drop off. Just this overall theme of this war is just better communication, better chemistry, and just better plays from VC, and then just misplays from NT, miscommunication.
Yeah, and
mistakes.
as for a particular update, I actually don't have one yet on the Mo versus L7 match. I'll get you a quick GP1 update after this, because if you're VC, you already have the win in the bag. If you're VC, you want L7 to win, and L7 are going to be VC are going to be 1 game behind L7, but they play L7 week 5, so if they beat L7, they're going to beat them in the head-to-head. So if L7 beat Mo today, then it's all in VC's hands to secure that first seed.
Well, what if Mo beats L7? Then wouldn't there be like a 3-way tie for first?
If VC lose against L7 week 5, then VC could maybe get 3rd seed instead of 2nd. But if L7 beat Mo, then in case VC lose to L7, they're still gonna keep 2nd seed regardless.
Wait, but
rather than 3rd seed, because Mo could be on the come up too.
VC beat Mo last week, correct?
Yes, by 22, and Mo are 1 and 2.
Okay. Oh, they're 1 and 2?
Yeah, 1 and 2. They lost.
Okay. So if L7 lose, then VC and L7 will be tied for first going into the last week, and then whoever wins that match gets first.
Right, but what I'm saying is, if you're VC, you still want L7 to win anyway, so they're gonna have 2nd seed locked if L7.
Yeah, I got you.
And then they could just beat L7 and beat him in the head-to-head tiebreaker for the tie for 1st seed.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So I mean, Peach Beach here going into lap 3. I don't think either bagger has the shock. Actually, no, one of the baggers are holding on to it. I think maybe it's going to be an
we
empty
switch over
shock.
to Nash. Switch over to Nash. We see him building up in 10th, so it was an all-run race.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Looks like no one has shock, though. I see a lot of VC members back there, actually. Could be a pretty good race for NT.
And it's, yeah, top 2, 6. Yeah, I mean, they got a couple winning races, but...
I don't think that's winning. Like,
it is.
Oh yeah, top 2's always winning, but they got bottom 2. I'm pretty sure... I don't know. It's close. It's like +1 or something.
Top 2 and 7th is always winning.
Okay.
Yeah.
The top 2, 7, 9, 10. So it's like winning by like 1 or 3 around there. Yeah, it's winning by 3. So, in conclusion, this war, as you predicted, how much did VC win by? They won by like what? Like 100, like 90 something?
A little under 100, yeah. So you were definitely closer in the prediction there.
Yeah, I had a feeling that VC, if they just got their tracks and they could have won the bagging battle, which I'm pretty sure Sammy did quite comfortably, I knew VC would take this by a pretty sizable margin. I'm pretty sure you were close with your Ken prediction, though. I'm pretty sure Ken put up around like 115, 120, so that was a good prediction.
Yeah, indeed, and I'm trying to get an update. I'm going to look at British's stream here.
Yeah, hopefully we can...
Twitch.tv/Ryan British.
Yeah, hopefully we can raid one of the L7 versus MO streamers. So
yeah, that'd be nice. We're not gonna be able to cast that, but if we could raid either British or I don't know if Paul's streaming this, but worst case could just. I mean, they are streaming with Call L7, so I think that would be good for insight in the war. So I think it would be good to raid British in this case. But I mean, overall, solid performance from VC. They did everything they needed to do, and NT. There are times in which teams lose by a comfortable margin but still play well on their day. This wasn't the case for NT.
Yeah, I saw NT just make too many mistakes, like Nash, I didn't see much of Eirik or Jam. I think Jam did a pretty good job from what I saw, staying in the front, needing that frontal presence. I didn't see Eirik up that much. I don't think I saw him make a few mistakes. And then Nash just failing like Glitch and Ultra on first, costing them a lot of points, or just like redding teammates or hitting backspam that he forgot he backed. And then Broly, just kind of the same thing, just cost them so many points. To just became a snowball of mistakes that just ended up making the war a -102 war in favor of VC.
Yeah. It was notable, a couple of notable mistakes. I mean, Broly diving off in KC, he got shocked into boxes, could have chained a blue, could have chained shrooms, anything. Nash, he made the Ultra in BC3, and then lap 2 he had a Mega in first, and Blooper in his face missed the cut, of course. But I mean, his bagger wasn't 10th, so I think maybe the safe play would have been to just keep running. But you know, those little mistakes just added up, and it was a snowball effect. And props to Vellichor for getting the win today.
Yeah, I don't think Hudge did that bad. I mean, I think NT got a fair, like around like 4 or 5 shocks, maybe 6. But Sammy did a good job when they didn't get the shock, dropping those stars, just making sure BC could make the best out of races where NT pulled the shock.
Yeah. But yeah, that's gonna be it for us, and we're gonna be rating Ryan British, it seems. Twitch.tv/Ryan British. L7 versus Mo. But yeah, on behalf of MK Boards, thank you guys for coming in. I'm Jaggy.
And I'm Jack.
We will see you guys in 45 minutes with another cast. It's going to be EA versus EXO, so stay tuned for that one.